back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Sorry for the delay. We had an early person on the grid readying up and missing the 5 minute break that we practice here in MRC. So we've had to close the lobby, start again, and we have now the grid set. So we're going straight into the race from the positions set on the grid. We will have a quick interval in terms of that because we will have the drivers setting their setups once again. And making the tiny little changes that they can make under Park Ferme. I am pleased to say that alongside me still is Federico. So thank goodness you haven't
still alive.
I haven't killed you off just yet. But you have experienced already my excitement at times through the end of qualifying. I hope I didn't burst your eardrums with that one.
No, that's okay.
But yes, so we're going to go in a few moments' time. I will set the ready up in a second for everybody in the Discord. So everyone now remembering their setups, remembering their fuel loads. We mentioned about, of course, people using the tyres early on, didn't we? People using long runs and saving some sets, and we were just talking about it in the break. This now resets everything. Everyone's got all their tyres left.
Yeah.
So this could be tasty. It's going to be interesting to see who starts on what tyre.
Yeah, I wonder if maybe those back markers going to try to do a soft start. But then there's also a chance of safety cars here. So save those soft tires for the safety car guys.
Yeah, that's it. And it's not the widest of circuits, is it? It is quite narrow, and because of the many changes of direction, that you're on the inside of one, then suddenly you're on the outside. Look at how many overtakes we saw yesterday in the real life Formula One. I know we wanted to talk about it, didn't we, during the break? But it's how many people we saw on the outside of turn one that then we're on the inside of turn two and making the overtakes.
Yeah, and also I think another thing here is to, as Nico Hülkenberg did yesterday, it's like when Albon went off track, he just took advantage of it and overtake two for one.
Yeah.
So there's also a point here. So if you have, an unfortunate crash ahead of you, you have to avoid it, and then someone else is gonna take a bunch of that behind. So because of the narrow track of Canada, so yeah.
Absolutely, and to be fair, that's a great example. What an overtake that was, and I think it was Brundle said it on commentary. If you watch the English Sky Sports commentary, that is, then it was experience that brought in that, and I think it was, and it also shows that even at, I don't even know how old Hulkenberg is, but he's not a spring chicken. He's been around there quite a lot of years now, and I'm sure when Martin comes back into the chat, he's going to tell us exactly how old he is and how long he's been racing. But he just read it, and his senses were there, his reactions were there as well, and it was just everything was there. It was absolutely it was brilliant driving from him.
Yeah, that was an amazing move, and very unlucky Albon, by the way, because Williams in general this weekend, because they got a good car but didn't have the chance to express that potential. Yeah, I think Albon has been really unlucky this first part of the season, and also really angry with the team, like on the radio.
Yeah, it's quite interesting that we don't normally say that.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't normally see that from Albon, and it is interesting to see that. But he's still quite polite about it. It's strange that you hear some drivers, I'm not going to mention anybody by name, are quite rude. Martin had just been and come back and heard his name. But yeah, we do. He's just so polite about everything he does. So now we're under the formation lab. This is an interesting. We mentioned tyres. Well,
let's see.
The first top 9 are on the medium compound tyres. Knacker's the first one on the hards, and a few drivers behind on mediums. 2 hard tyre runners bit on the mediums, and then hards behind until Monster on the mediums. So no soft tyre runners, interestingly, but a bit of a split there. Tyre warm up, we touched on it, you touched on it early in qualifying. that tyre warm up is, we can see a lot of overheating, and it's difficult to manage those tyres. But to start on the hard tyres, to get the heat into some of them originally is quite difficult, especially now starting on the hards. That's going to be an interesting one for a lot of people. And you mentioned early safety cars as well, Federico, and I think it's a heck of a gamble.
Yeah, no, I think you're right, Mark, and I think it's logic that people like on 17, P18, 19, they got for hard, so low P&Ls G star. I think they did the right thing there because they're gonna be stuck in traffic anyway. And then also it's logical that people ahead, they went for mediums. So yeah, nobody went for soft, probably too much of a gamble. So yeah, we're gonna see full strategies at play here.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? This is going to be a key. Are we going to see the two-stop strategies? Are we going to see any more than that? We've not got the best camera angle for the start. You can just see the lights, but a few people on the new game forgetting how to park. So there's the strategies at the bottom of the screen, actually. Hard, medium, medium is one of them. And then we've got hard, medium, medium, and soft at the end. So interesting, we could see a three-stop, but we'll see how this goes. But now we've got the lights. 3, 4, 5 red lights. And season 17 for MRC is green, and we go racing. A lot of drivers all over the place, a bit ghosted for some reason, but we'll get that lobby sorted out. Now we go. Colin, unchallenged, into turn 1. Colin C8 around the outside. Formula W gets a bit of a slide on, but he drops to third. Maurice already ahead of Flaherty. They're side by side. Coming into looking pretty also challenging. Wow, a lot of movers and shakers already.
Spun.
Oh, Maurice spun. I heard something. I heard a bit of contact. Maurice has spun. It's on a yellow flag. That's unlucky for him. Red car's had a moment as well. That's at exit of. That's into turn 4. That one. I mean, he did say he was going to spin at turn 2, so I'm going to name turn 4 the Rambo corner. No, because he did want one. I did say I would. Bits had a poor start. Unfortunately, he's down to 18th. Loppy and Monster avoided all that. They're up to 16th. G-Star 5th place already. Naka on the hard tyres avoided a lot of people. He's had a really good start on the hards. He's up to 7th. That's really good.
Up 3 position, not bad.
Yeah.
And then at the front is just C8 over to Formula 44. The rest of the top 5 has been in the same position.
Yeah, it's a good start off the line from Colin. Got really good traction. Got really good reaction time as well. And it was unchallenged. C8 took the opportunity on the inside into turn 1. Formula just tried a little bit, maybe misjudged a slight one wide. And has conceded that position. But all good. But Colin's actually broken the 1 second window, interestingly enough. Obviously start of lap 2 where the DRS is now active. And this is coming to something that was touched on in the practice lobbies that we did. I don't know if you raced them, Federico. But the dirty air
is a thing. Yeah. Free air is king in this game, and Colin is just proving that. It's 1.5 ahead already. Broke the DRS for Luis, and I think now Formula 44 is going to be attacking Luis to get that position back.
Yeah, I think you're right. And even at that 1.6, that's where you feel the dirty air. Where Formula is, where Prix is as well. They're sort of underneath that dirty air period. Yeah, they're in it. There we go. First overtake on track of the season. And it is Formula W. And Alex as well on Flaherty gets through as well. He's into the top 5. Oh, both getting sideways on exit. Wow.
Whoa.
Wow, already this is proving exciting. Fantastic. Tier 2 are going to be the death of me again this season, I can feel it.
There's actually already a gap with the top 4, so what was seen in quali is also...
Sorry.
Oh, we got a first penalty, yeah.
Oh, Alex, wow. Yeah, Alex, 3 seconds already. And we mentioned how easy it is, and you feel sometimes you're on the line, on that white line, and it just calls it, doesn't it? It's very, very fine. It's very difficult sometimes to judge it. But Vance just got through on Naka. They were side by side going into turn 3, and I've got a beautiful helicopter cam of Vance. Oh, Naka close there into 7 and 8. But yeah, this is a good start here. Good start, and Formula, that was about a 1.8 gap, and it's about 1.6. So it's going to be interesting to see for a lot of drivers if they can close down when in dirty air, because C8's now got through on Formula. Now if these guys and Freddie keep tripping each other up, Colin's just going to get away.
Yeah, S2 and Formula 44 is having back at C8. Whoa.
Oh yeah, C8 left room into turn 1, trying to go on the outside of turn 2. Who's got the better traction? It's Formula. What a move that is! That was a fantastic move.
Wow. So Colin is saying thank you.
Absolutely, yeah. He's happy for these guys to battle now and just build this window up, and yeah, absolutely he is. And there's a few drivers here, all sort of, we've either got people from Vans, we've got a train down to G-Star in 12th, from 7th to 12th. Thomas Hornet 3-second penalty as well now, but on his return, Jackson with DRS has got through on Naka as well. So Naka, very poor exit from turn 7, and it's paid the price. Jackson now through, and he was another driver that you came up with. I've come up with against him as well in the past, and a very quick driver on his day as a Dutchman.
So we got the first penalties as we talked before. Alex and Dan de Zorner, and we are only on lap 4. So yeah, penalties are gonna be a subject.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, and I think it could also be one of those things that, because everyone's battling, everyone's pushing, look at this, Naka on the inside into turn 1, gets the move done. He'll have heat now on lap 5, he'll have heat in those hard tyres. Oh, Thomas Hornet. For Chris. But, I can't remember what I was going to say now, because of that. But
I think he got a front wing damage. His front wing, yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's it. That's exactly that. Where if you're in battling, yes, that you're pushing too hard. That dirty air, you're pushed a bit wide to the understeer, and also trying to. Then the next corner, think there's going to be understeer, so you turn that little bit earlier. And the front end suddenly grips, and then you end up cutting a corner by accident, and Jackson goes deep into the hairpin. This is going to give Airways an opportunity. Not quite this time round. But, yeah, this is then where the penalties will come in. But once you're in that clear air, once you're not battling, such as these gentlemen now in 8th and 9th, Jackson gets through. Naka's gone a little bit wide, and he's got a 3-second penalty as well. When you're in clear air, your chances are you're not going to get that penalty. You're not going to be subject to that. You can pick your braking points and turning point, can't you? It's just so much easier for you.
Yeah.
Oh, Flatty gets one as well now for measure. Monster's got 3 seconds as well. Actually, interesting. We mentioned this dirty air. Monster I kept an eye on. He's had a great start up to 13th from last on the grid. Great opening few laps. He was about 2 seconds off the back of G-Star in this battle, and he's now closed the gap up, so it is possible. Oh, as Flatty and Vance go very much off circuit through 8, but Smith's had a moment somewhere. What's happened to Smith? I think he had a spin. Has he got damage? No, he's okay, that Ferrari.
Yeah, it's back, yeah.
There's no groundhogs there, luckily.
Oh, yeah. It was very gutted Lewis to. Oh, I think someone hit the wall.
Formula's hit the wall.
Yeah.
It's Formula. He was battling C8, and then Friddy's through, and he's got an end plate missing. He's kicked the wall of champions, and he has got damage to the Aston. But to be fair, I'm going to say this very big. I mean, it is going to be slow. It's the downforce is, and the front end need that pointy front end to turn, don't we? But he's probably nearing the end of the life cycle for the mediums. So if he can stomach it for 2-3 laps, it's
he might go for hard.
He could do, yeah, he could do.
Train the wing, yeah.
Yeah, as long as he sets it to change, absolutely. With that.
Yeah, I think unless there's a safety car in the next few laps, just Formula 44 can just try to stick on really as much as he can, but then he might need to take a decision and go for the wing change and hard tires probably.
Yeah, good call, but the gap at the front now 4 seconds for Colin. So C8 has still got Friddy for company. And G-Star Naka. Naka struggling with the hard tyres at the moment, but he is still new to the MRC and Tier 2, so he is having a right ding-dong with G-Star. Look at this, they both got DRS! Down the back straight, down the casino straight, but Naka's going to be hemmed in a little bit. G-Star, we know, is late on the brakes. Naka has to give in. But I tell you what, Monster's looking interested. Monster gets the run from the final corner, and Monster's got through. Can Monster hold it now into 11th? He's got Naka on the inside, turns in left room. I think there's a bit of contact, there was, but there was room enough for Monster just about. But he's kept the position and didn't get damaged. So Monster up to 11th. Great first stint from him. I don't know if he's got damaged. Did he get damaged? No, he didn't. I thought it was just the colours of the Williams.
No, that's fine. Yeah.
Oh, I had a heart in my mouth then for a moment.
Wow, great battles. And through goes Monster.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and a man who, Formula just on board with him from the helicopter cam, runs very wide through 8. And gets the 3 second as well. That could be crucial for him.
Yeah, I think that's when you're missing a hand plate. And I always try to change the wing as soon as possible, because then I might ended up cutting corners and getting penalties. But yeah, unlucky for him now.
Yeah, absolutely. So, well, 8 laps in, no pit stops far from Nels and Dumas Hornet. Let's have a quick look at those tyres. They have gone back for another set of mediums. But the mediums seem to be okay so far. G-Star, Naka. Naka's actually dropped quite a few places. He's through actually G-Star now with 3 second penalty. Wow. If these guys are getting the penalties this early, I am up the creek. I have absolutely no chance, I think, for us later on this evening. So, but yeah, there's a few gaps for them. There's a couple that, as we mentioned, we've got Vans Flaherty closing up to Alex. We've got Jax and Airways still doing battle with G-Star. Monster still battling with Naka within the DRS as well. Smith's still there. Jalapeno is closing up on the hards, but the hards don't seem to be really working at this moment in time. They don't seem to be pushing on as much as we saw early on.
Yeah, and I also think some hard runners, they just went for mediums for some reason or another, for front wing changes. So the only remaining are G-Star, Naka and Jalapeno and Lopi on hard.
Yeah,
but they are on the back foot on too far from the medium runners.
Yeah, they are at the moment, you're right there. That gap at the front, Nels is now joining that. Formula's the one who pits first from the leaders, and Alex follows him.
The wing.
Yeah, if you can keep an eye on that one, make sure he does for me.
No, he doesn't. He decided to stay with the... Probably he say that the wings is manageable, like without the end plate.
But if you set it to auto, sometimes it feels it's okay and doesn't change you. You have to sometimes set it to yes if you've got damage enough. So that's heartbreak. That's unlucky for him.
Something to investigate later.
Yeah, absolutely. I think G-Star just cut the corner a little bit in turn 3, so that might be another warning for the Ferrari driver this evening. But that gap at the front was about 4 seconds, and it's now cut down. C8 and Friddy are battling, but they've cut it down to 3.3 seconds, interestingly. So Colin, at this point, maybe he's just taken a little bit out of his tyres too much too soon. Monster with another 3 seconds.
And I think also C8 and Friddy, they exchange each other DRS, so they might have saved some batteries, while Colin wasn't able to do that, and that might be the case.
Yeah, that's a good point. Actually, great point. They can use each other to tag themselves along with that DRS. And it looks like Friddy's going to try this time. Yeah, I think C8 sort of let him go. Yeah. Okay, you're going to have a look at me anyway.
I just was looking at him.
Interesting games here. I
actually
like
thought
this.
he had a problem, like a disconnection or something, so I was worried. But then I saw Friddy passing.
Yeah. Well, that's something different. I don't normally see that, do we? And that's going to be interesting because they got the gap to about 2.8. It has just increased to 3 again. But yeah, this is something we're going to have to keep our eye back on. But Formula has come out in 8th, just behind Monster. But who was that? That was Monster. Slid through turn 4. Just got too much. Got overexcited. He's got wing damage as well. Just one of those things through that corner. He just slid. But luckily, I think that was more sideways on. to the wall, so it's not going to be too bad, and his pit stop will be coming in the next lap or two. So as long as he sets that to change the wing, he'll be okay. But yeah, oh look at this, Alex and Jalapeno. Alex had to take off. Jalapeno actually did leave him room, but Alex decided to cut through and gives him a little wiggle and say, okay, sorry, thank you, but could have made that a little bit easier, Alex.
C8 is on a pit.
Oh yes.
Let's see, it's gonna go for hard or...
Vans also goes in, it is hard.
It's hard, yeah.
But they say about 18-second pit loss here, so it is one of the quickest and shortest pit lanes of the season. It does come out into the middle of turn 2, so...
No, we have a yellow flag?
We do in sector 2, that is Dumas Horner, I think it is, it was Dumas Horner that went round. So that's unlucky for him. Has he got wing damage coming around the corner? No, I think it was just a spin from the kick man.
Yeah.
Oh, Biggs gets 3 seconds. That's interesting. That's unusual for him. Andrew is in the pits.
Oh, it's raining penalties now.
It is. Let's have a look at those because there's a lot now. So, wow. So 13 for Thomas Horner because he was speeding in the pit lane, unfortunately. Monster and Alex are on 6 seconds. 3 seconds for. Let's try this in one breath. Formula W, G-Star, Naka, Jalapeno, Smith, Flaherty, Jackster, Bit, and Nels. Easy. Formula's found himself up after his pit stop, back into third, interesting. He's got through C8, so that undercut has worked for him. And he's got the wing damage, so Formula's shown some pace now with that undercut. Interesting.
And Colin's in the pits now.
Colin's in the pits.
The leader.
Let's have a look at the tyres. What's he going to use? Is it going to be hard?
Yeah, it's medium again. Wow.
Okay, so
definitely for 2-stop.
Yep. So where is he? He's coming to the end of the pit lane. This is going to be very, very close. 4 minutes coming across the start-finish line. Look to the left. I think he may have it, but where is he? There he is. There's Colin. Just gets ahead. Oh, 6/10 was the difference. And Colin just is the net leader. Wow, that was close, but this is going to hurt.
The undercut is working in this game, then definitely.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, totally right there. Totally right. Because if we say it's 18 seconds, that gap is 14.5 to Freddie.
Yeah, and C8 is just behind Formula 44. It was 4 seconds from Colin. He's now in a DRS train with Colin. So
yeah, Colin's got the mediums, but that first stint, yes, the hard tyres, a lot of the runners went backwards a little bit, but once they got the temperature in them, they were they didn't really go anywhere. They didn't go forwards, they didn't go backwards. They were very evenly matched. So that's going to be an interesting one. Now Freddie does pit. I think he's going to come out quite a way behind this 3.
Yeah, he had to respond pretty, otherwise he would have lost the train. He's going for hard. Oh, is that in a...
Yeah.
Oh, it's just my game glitching. Yeah. Never mind.
Yeah, hard tyres. I think that mid stint is going to be a good one now, and he's got the same as Formula W and C8. So only Colin on the alternative. Jalapeno now pits. He's only done 12 laps as well on the hard, so it seems like their wear is very, very equal.
Yeah.
But as you just rightly said, that undercut, 4 seconds. Well, about 3 seconds, wasn't it? That Formula, well, C8 especially, and Formula have caught up in, well, pretty much a lap or so. So that's a big, big undercut for 3 seconds. Huge undercut.
Yeah. I think in this game there's also, probably, I don't know if people's gonna agree with me, but our tyres or any tyres, when they're cold, they're not so difficult to drive like in 24 game. I felt that in the first, run in this game. So that might be also the case why the undercut are working, because you can already like make the tire work in the first lap out, rather than the previous game where it was a bit tricky, I would say. But still, our tires are not in the right temperature window in the first lap, so you can still, you need 3 laps at least or 5 even more.
Yeah.
To make it really work.
No, that's a good point. Yeah, it is. It does take that, as you said, it takes those extra laps to really start to warm up, to bring them in nicely. But Flaherty and Van still doing battle for 6th and 7th. Kind of Alex now on his own there in 5th, 5.5 seconds to the back of Freddie, and 5.5. Oh, Monster gets another 3 seconds to his name. But yeah, it's all about being smooth, this game, isn't it? Oh, well, Vance gets another one as well.
Oh, Vance got a penalty, yeah.
But this is all about, smoothness is the key. We found on 24, I think, I don't know if you saw this at all, but people were, if you watch any esports, they were, I think it was like a flick or full lock steering was crucial, or was preferred, especially by the esports drivers, to help brake the car and slow it down. But then also the pointiness, and it was fine. But here, the understeer is so overpowered, so you have to be smooth and gradual with your steering inputs now.
Yeah, you need to be more of a Uber driver in this game.
Yeah, than a Hackney cabbage. Is that what you're saying? More Uber than Hackney. But yeah, don't forget, people, all 16 of you, lovely to have you. Please do hit the like button. Join us in the chat as well. We love to have your views as well. Lovely to have you with us. So please do get involved. Not yet halfway through this race. Everybody has been in the pits. You can see that on the left hand side. So a variety of strategies. We've got once more, and I'm just looking back at these, and we just saw that the hard tyres have pitted about the same time as the medium tyre runners at the start. But now, some of... how am I going to go with this? So some people have pitted quite early, such as Formula. Alex, Jackster there, Bit, they're on 6-lap-old tyres, whether it's hard or mediums, but they're going about the same distance. This could this bring into a 3-stop race here?
That's a good question mark. Also, like, looking at how the undercut was working, I'm not gonna be surprised if probably gonna see a soft stint in the end, like go crazy stint kind of thing.
Well, yeah, they've got fresh sets now, don't they? Oh, someone's happened at the back. What's happened? That's Smith and Loppy. I think they may have had to come together down at the hairpin. No damage to the Alpine or anything to the Ferrari. There isn't, luckily, from what we can see, but they're all both going again, so green flag. Luckily for them. Yeah, thank goodness for that. Thomas Hall has made his second stop, obviously on his return. Loppy now gets 3 seconds through the final corner. But Thomas Hall on his return, difficult one for him, but track time nonetheless, and that's important. And we've got points, of course, now down to 15th. And it's not all hope is lost, is it, now? When you're there in 13th, we've got G-Star. Wow, look at this bit with G-Star and Ryan behind him. That's going to be a good battle. We know how good Bit is at defence. He's very good at positioning his car in the right place at the right time. And G-Star, we know, is quite an aggressive driver. He likes to make his presence felt, but he can be fair, don't get me wrong. I'm not disputing that fact. I think he's going to get the move done with the DRS this time round, though. And Ryan is a very fair, very clean driver as well. Ryan's trying to go around the outside to them both, and this could be a double overtake for Ryan. Can he get the braking right into the foul corner? He does! Ryan! Wow, what a move that is from Redcar.
DRS now.
And he's still got it, but I don't think he's got much battery left. Is Gisa going to try to turn one? He can't do it. Gisa goes a little wide. Ryan, what a move! Wow.
I thought he was gonna end up like Lando and Oscar, but luckily they were okay. Yeah. And it's actually the only fight on track at the moment.
Yeah, there's a few sort of half a second behind. Flaherty and Van still nose to tail, and Jackson behind. Airways sort of in that dirt, that 1.5 second window. So he's gonna see if he can do anything. Monster's actually got through on Bit as well.
And C8 is on DRS on Colin now.
Yes. Yeah, good spot. Yeah, had a good last sector. Didn't quite get it. I don't think I saw it down the start-finish line. Down the start-finish straight. But, that was close. DFT, lovely to have you with us. He says cracking stuff so far. He's enjoying the show. And hopefully... Vans, that's very early. 6 laps on the hard tyres. That's a very early stop for him. Wonder if he had damage. Not
Probably.
Sure.
Let's see.
Yeah, have a look for me. That would be fantastic. He's on the mediums. I think that he won't hit those 16 laps. It'll be a hard push if he does.
Yeah.
But now,
I
yeah,
think
see,
Colin
it's just
has
a Formula goes very deep there, so
to
we'll leave
be
that
back
one be.
out of the race. So we have a yellow flag.
Not sure what that is. So
It's,
Bit's gone backwards,
Bit, yeah.
into turn 1. I wonder if he'd locked the rear a little bit there into turn 1 because he was already on the inside. That's a strange place for the car to be. I wonder, I'm not really sure what happened. Maybe he hit the brakes and the rear's locked up a little bit, but that was a strange spot for him to be, unless he was recovering from a spin. But that's sort of, Vans has come out behind Monster. Monster's on the hard tyres and kind of 2 seconds back from Red Car. So Monster's in clear. Hey, just kiss the inside curb. Can he keep it out the wall? Just taps it. Please tell me there's no damage to Monster. Just kiss the inside a little bit. I think he's got away with the damage. Let's have a quick look. I'm going to wait till the camera changes for the Williams man.
It's okay, yeah.
Yeah, but he's okay.
Okay.
Okay, so he just needs to get his head down and get that place back from Bit that he took, and get his head down now. Hopefully the tyres should be okay for him. G-Star with a 3-second penalty, so he's got through.
Now. Wow.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, he's got through on Ryan and is pushing on. Vans is only 3 seconds back. Let's have a look at those penalties again. Yeah, 9 seconds. Wow, and for Monster as well. Yeah, this is. I'm sure a lot of the Tier 1 boys are going to be watching this. I'm sure Ugoni's back in the chat. I'm sure Saviour's there as well. And a few of the other boys. And they're going to be watching this going, okay, we see the track limit warnings. There's a lot of them. There's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 drivers without one so far.
I think Colin is out of ERS. And C8 is approaching him on the ERS round.
Yeah.
Probably next lap is going to be over him. I wonder if Colin is going to decide to pit to avoid being overtaken.
Well, that's interesting, yeah, because he's 8 laps on his mediums, and that's now, when we saw the mediums in the first stint in traffic, they were okay, but now he's not in traffic. Yes, he's got the clean air, but he's not got anyone to help pull him along. And this is where the hards could really sort of take over that as well. And Formua's got the penalty, but he's 2-lap all the tyres. Yeah, he's still there. He's still definitely within a shout. Friddy hasn't closed up at all. That gap was 3 a bit. He's still stuck at 4 seconds.
It's the same gap, yeah. I think now Colin probably, if he pits, is gonna end up behind Alex.
Yeah, he will.
A yellow flag.
Yeah. Sector 1, not sure. That's a Ferrari.
Smith.
Not sure.
No, the other
sure
Ferrari.
it was.
I think it was just. Yeah, it's just Star.
Yeah, it might have been a small spin off, unless he's had damage somewhere. We're going to go back because C8's there. He's going to be very close indeed. Not quite into the final chicane. But Colin gets a good run through that final chicane. Is he able to defend? He goes to the inside, makes it known that that's he's going to be. And now C8 not close enough. This time round, Formula locks up in the background.
By the way, it was G-Star has lost his wing. Yeah, I just saw him.
Yeah, half his front wing.
Right part of the wing.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's going to hurt him badly. But of course, Tier 1 driver reserving in this evening. Alex is now pit. Now on the hard tyres Formula with another 3 seconds. So let's go back to that again. 6 seconds for Formula. That's going to help Friddy for a potential podium this evening. Let's go back to the intervals because, well, yeah. So now with Alex pitting, there's of course Sector 1. There's a spinner. That's Loppy, who's gone round. But now who's that that's run round? That's Nels, I think. He's a lap down and he's gone backwards. Hopefully he gets that car moving, doesn't bring out any potential cars. With this battle, look at this. Friddy's taken a second out of the top 3.
And we have a change of the lead.
Yes, good spot. C8 into the 12 and 13, misses the wall of champions, takes the lead. Colin pits. 9 laps on the mediums is all he can do, but we've got 12 laps left. The hards will do it for that. That's the route he was going down, and that's G-Star ahead, coming out of the pit lane, who will soon be 1 lap down, but C8 takes the lead with Formula 1.5 behind. Nels is retired from the session. That's in the pit lane, unfortunately for him, so that's really unlucky. Hopefully he'll be back next week.
And crucially, Colin has got free air now, so he's gonna be on our tires until the end, and he has to catch 3D and Obla and C8 team might make it.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting, yeah, because Collins, so that gap, so what did we say the lead was? It was going to be, there we go. Well, it's about 17 seconds now, because they're not 18, he's 17 off, and he was obviously just passed by C8, so 17-second pit stop if you get it just right. This is now going to be, when does Formula pit? Because they can't go that long on the medium tyres, surely. We just saw 8-9 laps, didn't we?
Yeah, on the hard, actually. They are on the hard,
Yeah, they're on the hard, so they're about where they need to be, 11, 12 laps. Yeah, Formula's missing a wing. I mean, another end plate as well. I think he didn't get it changed, did he?
Oh yeah, no, it didn't change. It's still that damage from the first stint.
Yeah. So we've now got this situation where C8, 12 laps on his hard tyres, is going to probably come out behind Colin, unless the hard tyres take a little while to load up, to warm up and load up. But then he's going to be on the faster medium surely for a couple of laps. But we saw that gap really go down, didn't we? And the medium sort of went off after, well, they had about 8 laps that Colin could do, and that was it.
Yeah, I think around the 6th lap they already had some struggles, and then by lap 8 there were no tires anymore. They were just shredded.
Yeah. Oh, look at that, Jalapeno and Monster doing a tandem in sync half spin out of turn 2. But that's the closest battle on track at the minute. There's a few gaps formed, which is we didn't expect, but maybe that's to do with the dirty air.
Yeah, I was actually looking at that, and I think in this game we're gonna have more like little groups separated by some gaps, because it's not like 24 anymore. And as I say that, 3D is in the lead. I think they pit. Yeah, C8 in the pit and Formula as well.
Yeah, so they're going to have 10 laps on their medium tyres. A bit of push is possible. Jalapeno's doing it so far. He's got Monster for company, who's possibly also on his pit window as well. So, yeah, this is an interesting one now, because, I mean, it's been a great green flag race so far. It's going to be interesting to see who's going to struggle. There goes Monster. Through he goes. As he break in time, he does. And Jalapeno goes straight into the pit lane. Gets the car stopped nicely. No penalty for him. Yeah, this is now, as you said, that there's quite a few gaps. There were a few groups, and now they've just expanded quite a lot now, haven't they? There's a lot of clean air out there. Bit with another 3 seconds. That's unusual for him. But yeah, this is not what we're used to seeing. But C8 actually has come out right behind Colin. We worry about that gap.
It's on DRS already, but now it's got a better tire at the moment, but then by the end of the race, Colin's gonna have a better tire. So I think C8 might need to overtake Colin as soon as possible now, if he wants to have a chance to win this race.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you're right there. And of course, this is a green flag race so far, and there's a lot of this. It's a fast track, as we know. A lot of it is on full throttle, so fuel could be an issue for a lot of these drivers. So I wonder if anyone is potentially fuel saving, or potentially even thinking about fuel saving at this point.
Yeah, I always prefer to put my fuel extra, like to don't worry about these things. To be fair.
Yeah, I once lost a race on the run to the line because I ran out of fuel. I can't remember the season. I tried to forget about it. But it was Brazil, and I had a couple of seconds, and I think it was where the DRS line was, and I was using battery, whatever I'd saved to push to the line, and my car just slowed down. Yeah, C8's now taken, as you said, early, as quick as he could. Now gets that back. So Friddy's going to be the interesting one, because Formula, I think, is struggling now with that wing. He's dropped quite a bit away now, so he's going to fall into the clutches of Friddy, I think, towards this. So this is going to be an interesting battle for the podium between those two. But yeah, I was on that run towards the line in Brazil, and my car just slowed. I didn't know what was wrong at first. and then I saw it, and I think I finished fourth, maybe third, fourth, fifth. It was heartbreak because it's such a long run to the line in Brazil. It just does. The straight doesn't end. It was horrible. It was heart-wrenching.
You feel like hopeless.
Yes, absolutely. Foot was planted to the floor, trying to keep it in higher revs or anything just to keep the momentum going. Yeah. It was heartbreak. I think Stube actually, Morgan won that race if I remember rightly. I can't remember exactly, but yeah, that was. Since then, I've always overfueled, always. But Collins actually got DRS because he got the detection point, but he's just about a second away now. So C8 using that clean air and those fresher tyres as much as he possibly can.
I also think we need to watch out for Prix because I don't know, we have 7 laps to go, 8 laps to go, but there's a 9-second gap. And if these two are gonna fight, maybe might think about one stop really. If you can try to survive with those tires. But we are on board with him, so we don't know those tires at what level they are. So
yeah,
he's the only one who knows.
Absolutely does. Vans is pitting again on that 3 stop. Rob's just said to me, if you press R1, L1, left, right, start, you can get out the car and push it over the line.
It's like a GTA cheat code.
It is a GTA code. I like that one. Now Vans has actually gone for the soft tyres.
Oh, here we are.
Oh, yeah, you said it earlier. You called it, mate. I wonder if Freddie's going to try and do that. Oh, 3 seconds!
Freddie, no.
That's the final corner. Wow, that puts that into a battle really a lot now with Formula. Let's go back to those penalties. 6 seconds for Formula. This is going to be... If Freddie... I really want to know if... Oh, what's going on there? It's sector 1, I think that's for...
slow car.
Yeah.
For a back marker, yeah.
Yeah, I think it was that. That was an Alpine of Loppi, I think it was. So, let's have a look. So, looking at the penalties here, I'm trying to work out a few changes.
That's difficult today.
It is actually at the moment. So, at the minute, the people who would lose out, I mean, okay, Freddie, but that's not resolved yet at the top for the win. Alex would lose to Airways, but would not lose to Jackster. So Alex would only lose to his teammate.
Yeah.
Jackster would lose out to his teammate as well. Flaherty would lose to Vans, but they're right behind Red Car Rambo. That'll be a good battle. Let's go and have a look at that actually. With Vans at the back of that. Yellow flag sector 2 and 3.
Yeah, it was Dumbledore didn't hit the wall. I'm not sure if he has damage. I think it's missing an end plate.
Oh no.
Unlucky today for him.
Jalapeno's pushing on. He could potentially get within the 6 seconds of Naka, who will lose to Moritz. Monster at the minute is okay to bit, so he would stay 14th. But G-Star... Oh, Monster's actually got through Jalapeno, speaking of which. So they're having a ding-dong battle. That's not going to help Jalapeno in that battle to people ahead of him. But yeah, there's quite a lot in the next 5.5 laps. There's quite a bit to be resolved. That's Flatty has lost out to Ryan, and Redcar got jumped, I think, by Vance. Thomas Horner has retired in the pits. He's had enough today. Unlucky for him on his return. DFT is loving our work, so fantastic. Thank you very much. Do share, do hit the bell if you haven't already, and don't forget, folks, hit the like button as well. But if you ring the bell, you get notified when we go live 5 times per week. 2 on a Monday, 2 on a Wednesday, and once on a Thursday evening. So do join us each and every time. But this battle, I mean, Ryan there in 10th. He hasn't got a penalty. He's in the dirty and needs to close up again to those ahead. Let's have a look at his tyres. 9 laps on the hards. He'll take those to the end. But, you know, we got Vans who's also going to be quick. He's on the soft tyres, trying to use them as best he can. But those ahead of him, and Naka has now got another penalty. But this could still give Ryan a few places here because Jackson's got quite a few seconds. Flaherty and Vance have, so if Ryan can keep within all this lot, this is quite good for Ryan. This could be a great 7th place for him.
Yeah, I think Ryan and Harways, they kept it clean.
Oh, look at this ahead! Wow, Flaherty made the move on the inside. Jackson tried to hold it. Now he's got Vance for company, and his teammate as well. His teammate's just chinking out. Going to sit there and see what happens. Jackson, we know, and you know. Oh, Ryan went very deep in the background, but you know that
Still
Jackson.
side.
Yeah,
yeah, to concede. Yeah.
Yeah, superior grip, wasn't it? There. I think Friddy's doing what you said. He's trying the one stop.
Yeah.
He's got that 3-second penalty. But the worst case scenario, we'll get rid of that, sorry. The worst case scenario here is he'll finish on the podium. That's the worst case scenario for Friddy at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, it's and I think also for C8, Friddy, if he gets to Friddy, it might be an ally, because if he gets on DRS, he just keep Colin behind. Because Friddy's got penalty, it doesn't need to overtake him. So C8, I think, is saving DRS as much as he can now, as I see the flashing red light behind the car. But then when he gets to Friddy, probably he's not gonna attack him unless he suffers from dirty air, as we
Of course.
said it.
Yeah, and we've seen a few drivers only take those mediums 8-9 laps. We've seen a few venture into double figures, but not much. It's Loppy with another 3 seconds. He's in 17th. Difficult one for him this evening. But this battle with Flaherty, Vance, Jackson and Redcar, really good. Really close in quarters as well. Andrew has dropped off the back of Naka. Not sure what happened to him. But he's now got Jalapeno for company as well. So Andrew should have a bit more grip in the tyres, so hopefully he can go on. Still should hopefully get some points as well for him, as Vance now gets through on Flaherty. What a grip that was. Wow, he made that look easy.
I was just looking at...
Over goes wide. That'll be a warning.
Oh, whoa.
But what were you looking at? Sorry, go on.
Yeah, sorry, I was looking at corner cutting. I'm not sure if warnings means corner cutting or what, so I can
track limits, I think it is.
Yeah, so I think nobody on the front, like C8 and Colin, are on any warning. So maybe I'm not sure. I don't know how to read it. But yeah, the only two without penalties on the top, and then Arways and Redcar. All the other people have got penalty today, so wow.
Yeah, absolutely, and Marita just got through on Flaherty as well. They've all in that battle. Apart from Vance, he's got 3 seconds. Everyone else has got 6 seconds of penalties, so Redcar had a great move there with Flaherty, who's going backwards now at a rate of knots. So Ryan needs to keep up with Vance, if possible, and try to keep within 3 seconds. It's about 2.8.
Colin on C8.
Ooh, sorry, missed that one. Yes, into turn 1. See on the inside, Colin holding the outside. Oh, see, it just cuts it off. But what's the traction like? Oh, see, it just stays ahead. And they're both within Friddy now, as well, with 2 laps to go. Oh, Ryan's got 3 seconds.
Ah, no.
Oh, that changes everything. He's still, it's going to be close. I think he'll get 8th, potentially. See how it goes. We've still got a lap to go after this one.
Oh, C8 on those medium is struggling. Wow, he has no grip.
We're going to ride on board. We're going to keep with him. And that's it. Well, yeah, he's taken them quite a long time now, hasn't he? And
yeah,
we didn't see people.
I think the longest we've seen today. I mean, we got a couple of other people as well. Harvey's on 11 laps of medium, 10 Flaherty, Naka. But from the first stint, we just got to 8, probably. So,
wow.
Yeah, I think 10 is as much as you can without losing too much. But let's see, last lap. And Freddy has managed to take those out till the end. Wow. If it that 3 second penalty from Freddy. Wow, so gutting.
Yeah, I know it is, isn't it? That could cost him. But C8, they have really closed up now, and there's the other McLaren a bit there that's being lapped, but he's going to move out the way for his teammate, and of course for Colin as well. This is right now final lap. Colin's got 3 seconds.
No.
Oh my!
Unbelievable.
He's going to be furious. He's going to be kicking himself. This could give Friddy potentially P2. But this is going to be almost green light for C8. Should it end like this? Got half a lap to go. C8 didn't use the DRS. They're just outside the 1 second. But this is so close. Look at Colin. Colin's got a better exit through 9 into 10. Is he going to try and make the move? He's on the inside. C8 goes defensive. We've got a yellow flag. Not sure what that's for. But we've now got the final run. The final DRS. C8 is not going to have the DRS, but he hasn't got a penalty. We've still got 2 more corners to go, though. Friddy is a second ahead. Friddy is surely going to cross the line. We'll go on board with him and watch him as he grinds the final 2 corners. Misses the wall of champions. He's going to take it on track. But I'm sure now it's going to be C8 who takes it after penalties. It is. Friddy gets second. Colin, our pole sitter, in third. Formula W is going to cross the line in fourth on his debut. He can't be upset with that one, surely, with the wing damage. And then half a lap behind or so. It's quite a bit of a gap, that, between the top 4, isn't it? That's huge.
Oh, yeah.
I don't normally see that, especially in T2.
And with the same stops, yeah. 2 stops, so...
Yeah.
Only Vance managed to be the 3 stops, the soft tire until the end.
Yeah, and 1 stop for Friddy made that work very well. But Airways takes 5th position. Well done to him, and then his teammate is going to come across the line and he will take 6. He has got 6-second difference over Vance, but Vance is a little bit further back, so surely Vance will take
he cut the corner.
Oh no, well, okay, so he hasn't now. So Vance is going to keep this. Let's have a look how this is going to play out. Vance and Flaherty, right, does get 7th.
Wow.
Pinched it at the end ahead of Vance. Jackson Flaherty takes it over Maritz. Naka comes across the line in 12th. And the other Williams of Andrew is going to come across the line. He comes across in 13th, and then I think he got jumped to 14th, I think, by the Aston Martin. What an end as well. Yeah, Jalapeno on his debut gets some points as well, so great result from him.
Yeah, it was as intense as the last minutes of quali, this race.
That really was.
Great show today. Yeah, well done to C8 eventually, because you didn't get a win on track by getting on penalty, but still you won.
It was, wasn't it? What an end to that race as well. That was fantastic racing. A lot of great side-by-side action as well. We saw. Didn't see too much contact, and no virtual safety cars, no safety cars.
Yeah, that was a surprise for me, to be fair. Yeah, I was expecting at least one safety car, but I prefer races without safety cars, so that's good.
It was, absolutely. I love this new podium graphic. We see a lot more there. There's crowds on the circuit there. That's fantastic to see. Love that improvement that they've made. But wow, what a race here are going to be once they eventually load up. The provisional standings for you, ladies and gentlemen. It is taking its time, but just enough time for Federico and I, pardon me, to sort of catch our breath a little bit.
Yeah,
I think
I was saying I was drinking.
Yeah, we've not got very long before our race as well. So there we go. Oh, missed that one. Sorry about that, folks. Didn't actually come up with the standings at the end. That's really unusual.
Yeah, it just kicked me out of the session. Yeah,
it has me as well. So apologies for that, folks. So we didn't get to see the standings. It will be further on, of course, pending any stewards' inquiries. So apologies for that, folks. But yeah, there we go. Federico, absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for joining me.
It was my pleasure, Mark.
How was that for you? A bit crazy.
Yeah, no, it was difficult to keep track of everyone because we had many fights, but and we didn't pick the driver of the day, so I'm gonna go from myself. I'm gonna be harsh for this, but I'm gonna say Formula 44, just because it's new for Tier 2, just came, got fourth behind those 3 fast drivers ahead, so well done to him, to be fair.
Yeah. Good call. Good call for Formula 4. I'm also going to go to Red Car as well. 7th in the end, and really raced very, very well. So I'm going to split that between the 2 of them myself. So yeah, that's it, Federico. It's been a pleasure. Hopefully we'll definitely do this again very soon. Of course, sure. Now a member of the commentary team will organise that between us and get you in more often. That's fantastic. So thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. We're sorry for the red flag, but thank you for joining us in the YouTube as well. 15 minutes is all you have to wait for Tier 1, where Sociopath drives circles and drives off into the distance for myself.
See you on track, Mark.
We will see you on track. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. We will see you very, very soon indeed. Good night, and we'll see you soon.